many of you guys have ever seen War Games?
I was just actually upstairs saying that it looked like Joshua was on the screen.
No, it's cooler than that because I have his computer.
Shut the fuck up.
Hi there guys, I'm Chris Boden.
And I'm Paul Kidwell.
Welcome to today's Captain's Blog. It is Sunday, September 22nd, 13:21 hours, and we are very delicately vacuuming out the dirt, or the sand, that we made our fulgurites in. And this is a first look at some of our main fulgurites. If you saw yesterday's blog, you remember this part where it discolored the glass, discolored the terracotta. That's because there was molten glass on the inside of it. And over here we've made everything from tiny little needly ones to an electric banana and several cat turds. We made some really good cat turds, and this one is pretty much the best one out of all of them. But these are all tiny little fulgurites that are made from high voltage blasted through sand.
I'm wondering how much of that root we can get out.
I don't know. It's that's why I want to give a shot of it before we take it out, because it's probably going to be destroyed in removing it.
Extremely fragile.
Let's go.
Here we go. I got it.
Now look there. Oh no, it looks different from up here. But that's our main one.
That was the S curve that was coming down the front.
That was the S curve down the front. That's beautiful. I don't think we can. There's no way I can get it off the terracotta.
I think you can break it right here and get at least the bottom part, because I saw the bottom of it. The very bottom.
Do we want to maybe just cut the pot and leave it attached to the sides?
I don't think you're going to
Put it in
be.
the front cabinet.
All right, let's get a bunch of stills of it before we destroy it.
Okay.
So light it really good and get some artsy shots, because that's really pretty, and we can get some of the other stuff inside.
Lovely smell.
Hey, you know what we need if I can do it? Oh. No, not quite. Be careful how to make a flash. smoke.
What's in the bag?
It's sand.
I was gonna say if that's sawdust.
Watch the smoke coming up the side there.
Watch it.
Now watch this. Take this right over here. I can do that out there too.
What if you saw that come out of your house?
I actually saw one. Yes.
Alright, turn it off. Bring it down. System off. System safe.
Yeah, one of the transformers in your house. It's like resets the defaults. It resets itself. Reset itself like 9 times, but it was like disconnecting, so it was just exploding into the air. So it was just like boom by for like 6 miles, and you just heard like.
That's a huge system key.
Just hold on to it.
That hang. Thanks, sir. Yeah. Come on up. It's safe. Don't touch anything there.
Is it warm?
Oh yeah. Put your hand right there. Down inside there, it's a couple thousand degrees.
Okay, so that's warm.
Now, when you take sand and you melt it, it turns into glass, right? So when lightning strikes the ground and hits the layer of sand, it makes glass. Now the fractal shape that you see in lightning melts the glass in the same fractal shape. And it creates what's called fulgurites. And doing exactly what you just saw me do, we've been able to make keys. Now don't touch them, they're more delicate than you can imagine. But that is what will pull out of that pot in a little while.
That's awesome. You got some
If you look at the side here, they're still dusty, but if you look at the side here, you can see they're made of glass.
The one that's like.
So, you guys have taken a little bit of engineering. Have you guys ever done any electrical engineering?
Yep. I've taken a circuits class. I mean, I'm not like an expert.
Well, you don't have to be an expert. You know what a capacitor is, right? Yeah. You know what a volt is?
Yeah.
What's a volt?
In terms of what?
Compare it to water in a pipe.
It's just the flow of electrons.
No.
It's the capacity. Is it?
No. If you think of electricity like water in a pipe, which is the most common analogy, come on here to teach people about electricity.
Amperage is pressure, voltage would be the amount of water flowing.
You've got that backwards.
Backwards?
Voltage is the pressure, the potential difference. Amperage is gallons per minute. Now volts in a DC circuit, volts times amps equals watts. Okay. So a AA battery is 1.5 volts at about an amp. Your cell phone is 1 or 2 amps at 5 volts. Car battery is 12 volts, and when cranking, it can be about 4, maybe 600 amps. Okay. What's a wall out of that?
120 volts AC.
Yep. How many amps?
It's a lot, isn't it?
No, maximum of 15, or maximum of 20. Most outlets max out at 15 for typical residential use. So how many watts is that? How many watts is that? You have 120 volts at 20 amps. How many watts do you have?
20 amps, 240 watts?
No.
Good math, bro. That'd be 24.
You're off by an order of fucking magnitude.
If you were doing
God, you're an
about
engineer.
24 hours. Not anymore.
Oh, so you just work with numbers for a living
Yeah.
that affect people's lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just fucking destroyed it. You're off by an order of magnitude.
So it would have been 24 hours.
It'd be 2,400 watts, which is why anytime you go over to one of your buddy's houses and he's trying to show off his 5,000 watt stereo, he's lying. Because you can't get, as long as his amplifier only has one plug into the wall, you can't get more than 2,400 watts.
Ours is 200 watts. Unimpressive.
So, your whole house runs on single split phase AC, so that you get 240 volts from 3 wires, because you have 3 wires in your house, and 120 to ground, 120 to ground, 240 because they're on phase. Okay. If you have a nice brand new house with big fat electrical service, you might have a whole 200 amps to your house. Most people only have 125, and if you have an older house, you might only have 60. So the maximum volts you can get out of your outlet at home is 240 volts for like a big, an oven or something like that. Now you all know what an electrolytic capacitor is. You've seen these, the big blue capacitors you see like in an amplifier, you always see up there. Okay, take a look over here. They look like that. Each of these capacitors is 2,000 microfarads or 450 volts DC. They're wired in a series bank of 4, and they're wired in parallel banks of 5, which gives us 20 capacitors per shunt. Now, I'd like to point out that this box, you can see right here, plugs into a regular power outlet.
Yes.
Okay.
Charging all that power.
You guys might want to get out of the box. Now, you saw me put the little piece of wire on the test stand. There. That's the big red button.
Oh my gosh, no way.
That is the big red button of science. Yeah.
And you give it to him.
You have one job. Yeah, because I made fun of him last night.
Yeah.
See, I may make my bitch in front of 20 people because you called me out. And that went on video. Thousands of people.
You made me look like an ass.
So, I'm going to make it up to you because I'm going to let you push a bigger button.
Okay.
Now, volts, this is DC, so volts times amps equals watts, right? This is the voltage on the capacitor bank.
Yes. Those are lights.
Now at 120, we just crossed your wall outlet. At 220, we crossed your house. As we come through 480, that's industrial power. Like big three-phase power, that's 480 volts. So there's 600. So, how do you want to go? 1,000?
Several thousand.
Several thousand. Okay, volts times amps equals watts, right?
Oh shit, no, don't do that.
So, that's going to discharge, because those capacitors, we know they're ESR and stuff like that. Through that test sample, we can get a maximum of about 80,000 amps. So, if we take this up to 1,800 volts at 80,000 amps, that's 144 million watts.
Oh my god.
That's 144 megawatts. And it's 20 feet away across the room.
Sorry, I just had a Back to the Future flashback. 8.21 gigawatts.
Actually, yeah, but I have in the basement 1.8 gigawatts, and you ought to see what I can do with that.
I very much want to see that.
That's what we use to shrink quarters. You can't be in the room. You can't be in the room when it goes up. Now, how many of you guys have studied the inverse square law?
I am a sophomore in business and engineering.
Okay.
I'm taking an engineering class.
Now, here's what you need to know. The inverse square law says that if you stand here and push that button, I want you all to line up right at the cage. Okay? Just line right up. Yeah, it's safe. Almost nobody ever dies doing this. All right, line up right at the cage. You're going to want to be over here. Okay? You're going to want to be right there. Because we call this project Thumper.
It's going to hit the cage.
It's not going to hit the cage. The shockwave is though. So you're going to stand right here. Okay.
Oh.
You're going to hear this sound 3 times. And then I will say clear to fire. When I say clear to fire, you have one job.
Yes.
You step on the button.
Okay.
Don't look at your foot when you do it or you miss it. This is over in 3,000ths of a second.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Don't try to
Everybody
take
look
a
out there.
picture, it won't work.
Clear to fire! That's why we call it Thumper.
I'm glad I plugged my ears. I can't see my ears.
And your dad will appreciate this. This cable is 15 inches thick. It's made of aluminum honeycomb, and even though it's just aluminum, just the top of this table still weighs 3/4 of a ton. It took us 2 hours and about 20 people to get it down here, because we had to carry it by hand.
Oh boy.
The whole table is not only fucking flat, it's absolutely rigid, and it floats on air. These are all big air cylinders, so that when trucks drive by outside, this does not move. Original 80s Atari, we have one, and Commodores, and every Macintosh ever made, and. How many of you guys have ever seen War Games?
I was just actually upstairs saying that it looked like Joshua was on the screen.
No, it's cooler than that, because I have His computer.
Shut the fuck up.
Watch War Games. It's an Insight 88.
I watched it yesterday.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that's to
computer.
the left of the
Yeah.
this monitor.
Yeah,
Right? Is
that's-
that the actual one?
No, but they made
It's
about
the
they
same
made a
one.
few hundred of them, and we have one. They're kind of hard to come by.
That's fucking ridiculous. It's literally like if you watch Matthew Broderick on the computer, it's literally on the shelf
Yeah,
to
it's
the
up,
left of him.
up,
Yep.
up and to his left. The voice box sits right next to him. But
I
yeah,
tried to explain what happened yesterday, like we met you guys to him, and he thought we were fucking or something.
I thought we took PCP.
so how many of you guys know what 3D printing is?
I do.
Okay. Oh, hey, while we're over here, let's take a look in here.
Yeah, so let's.
This is our surplus room, which we're just putting together. We got a big surplus auction coming up. Everything in this room is for sale. There are no price tags. Make an offer. It's an auction. That's the point. But if you decide that you need a fucking satellite receiver for like professional broadcast use, or if you just want to put a $5,000 Bell program monitor on your home stereo system, you can do that. And everything in here is for sale. We have tons and tons and tons of laptops and desktops and patch bays and all kinds of shit. If you want to generate your own SAP, we have that. Just to fuck with people. You can patch this into Grand Valley's, campus.
You got great video roasted.
So just all kinds of fun stuff. Macs, guitar cases, just stuff. Over here there's way more stuff. If you need a giant Cisco router in your bedroom, you can have one. Yeah, that's probably a dual processor, Zia. Some are, some aren't. It varies.
Where's the 11? Is that 11?
But there's just piles of stuff. If you need fucking huge servers, we got tons of them. Need G3s, G4s, got them. Just stuff. Stuff we don't need. Beta take one.
You still filming me? I'm just checking out the binding.
So that we can build little robots and race them in here.
That is really sweet. Bring your RC card.
Yeah. So this is going to be big fun. Let's head upstairs. I'll show you the video studios. Last one out, hit the lights. This is this week's batch of cameras getting installed. Come on in here. This is the viewer mail set. How many of you guys have ever made a donation to a nonprofit like PBS or NPR or something like that? Alright, when you do, you send in your check or whatever, and then you get back a form letter or a coffee mug or some bullshit like that. Here, people send in viewer mail stuff every day from all over the world. And it goes in this box. This is our viewer mail mailbox. And I even have a bit of viewer mail. So we opened it up on a live camera. And television, as you've always known it, is a one-way street. You sit down, you look at the box talks to you. Here, you can talk back to the box. We have an IRC chat room worldwide. And they can watch, and you can see that image. And that'll take a second to come up, but it'll be there in a minute. When we do things, when viewer mail shows up, you can watch, like you can be some kid in Brisbane, Australia, who just sent in the How to Shit in the Woods book because it's poop week at the group. And last week was poop week. We had a friend, one of our staff had a bowel obstruction and she couldn't leave the hospital until she had a good meaty poop. So we were all cheering her on. And this became, there are people all over the world that are sending in like How to Shit in the Woods and I love to poop. And she's got a t-shirt that says I shit awesome and just all kinds of stuff. But when the mail arrives, you can watch live as I open that. And I get to actually thank people for what they do. And I get to talk to them and I get to answer questions and it's a conversation. And it may seem kind of dumb because it's just a fucking chat room. Look up. Those lights are $100 a piece. There's 6 in this room. There's 4 studios. There's 15 more of those lights on top of these 24 in that room out there. They were all donated by the people in the chat room. People in the chat room have donated over $50,000 this year alone. These guys matter, and they come here from all over the world. And it's a great way where if you're stuck in class or you're bored or whatever, or you're just hanging out at your place at night and you can't be here, a lot of people hang out in the chat room. Now here's where it gets really cool. A television station, that's live. That isn't YouTube, this is live. It's IPTV. You can watch it on any computer or any handheld smartphone or whatever the fuck anywhere in the world. We have 2 channels. Channel 1 we control. We can put it on any camera in the building. Channel 2, they control.
So they can pick the camera.
They get to pick the camera. Anybody with a member card can log in on the website and pick whatever camera you want to watch anywhere in the building. The camera, the microphone, everything, they control it. We have no control over it. We don't do anything at all. Yeah, it's really cool. And we did that because there's a lot of those guys that are strung all over the world, and it's stupid for them to pay $40 a month to be a member. So we wanted to make a half-price membership. It's only $20 a month. And they get a card, they're a legit member, and instead of them getting to come here because they're in fucking Australia, they still get lab hours. They can still come here and use the stuff when they get a chance, but this way they get stuff they can do at home. And the number one thing is they can control the television network. There's a lot of other secret things they can do too, like on the set up front in the lobby, there's a bar right here that lights up. They can change the colors on the lights. They can turn lights on and off in the building here. You can be in, I don't know, Tasmania and turn the lights on and off in the lobby here in a couple months. It's going to be really cool.
It's in development,
They
yeah.
handle all of our security. We don't need a security guard. We don't need a security system. We have 140 cameras throughout the building. They're watching all the time.
Put it to you this way, Doogie had an unfortunate slip last week. We had 4 people asking if they needed to call the ambulance on his behalf.
Yeah,
Now-
he fell off the top of the van. Now, how many of you guys, when you were a kid, like to take shit apart and see how things worked? Yeah. How many of you guys have done this as recently as last week? Probably. Yeah. This is an honest-to-God autopsy table. This is the autopsy set. Yeah, it really is. In fact,
It's used.
just for street cred, when we got it, we didn't totally clean it out, and there's a little chunk of dead dude right there. That's a little piece of fat.
That's disgusting.
No,
Awesome.
that's Earl. So there's a little piece of dead guy in there, right there. It's a piece of
That's
fat.
kind of cool.
Yep, for street cred. We sterilized it, we left it in there. That way Earl doesn't stink. But we take shit apart and make videos about it to help get more kids excited about science and engineering and how things work. This is a water meter out of your basement, same thing. And we took it apart and learned that, hey, they actually work like a rotary vein pump.
That is cool.
So, we take all kinds of shit apart. We do videos. Here's the main set where we do videos on everything. We're doing a series right now on how to refurbish an old antique pinball game. This is a legit 1972 Williams Swinger pinball machine, entirely electromechanical. There are no electronics anywhere in here, no computers. It's all relays and cams. Wow. It's really cool. Totally works, and when we got it, it didn't work at all. Now you can play it, and we're going through it piece by piece. The next episode is going to be replacing the flippers. Yeah, it's worth a small fortune. This is one of the few things that does not belong to the Geeker. This is going in my house. I bought it. Follow me, I'll show you some else.
He wouldn't even know what to do.
This will be a full state-of-the-art recording studio in a few months.
Wow.
This is our live studio.
How
Yeah,
many
there's-
hands do you have to like move shit?
Huh?
How many people do you have like moving and working here?
On any given day, there's 20 people here walking out. You're welcome to join.
We could use more help.
Yeah, we can use all the volunteers that want to sign up. We're pretty picky who we'll take for volunteers, but we're always looking for more.
Is it a pinball?
Yeah, we'll call it pinball.
Well, since ours is gone though.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
Yeah, something about a wrecking ball.
Yeah, fucking
Stupidest, most blown out of proportion of what's in it. International.
This is master control. This is where all those cameras feed to. Now, I need a volunteer.
I volunteer.
Come here.
I don't know what I volunteer for. Probably
You're
not
going to
a good
find out in a
idea.
second.
After that electrical explosion.
Push that button right.
Yes, sir.
Watch the screen. Now, face that way. There's the camera. Say hi.
You don't even like notice.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't even notice that there.
And it was right in the middle of the walkway as you came in. So yeah. So the whole internet is watching us right now. Audio check from Master Control. I don't know if they got a mic or not. Looks like it.
Yeah.
Audio check, Master Control. You got a copy?
Oh yeah.
Hi there, guys. So we're giving a little bit of a tour. Could you please give me a roll call, IRC? Show me your location and your age. Watch there. They're about 20 seconds behind us.
Okay.
Because it has to go through the buffers and everything.
California.
Wow.
Oh my God.
There's a lot of people watching.
They're everywhere. Ask them about the skin underneath it.
Over 20,000 members in 150 nations.
They're everywhere. These people matter. Now here's where it gets really cool. You can be here.
That you are.
You can be here working on a project in any room in this building. And if you get stuck or if you need help, you have a think tank of tons of people who are right there watching over your shoulder on a camera that are happy to help you. Like if you're working on a thing, I need to know what part number this goes to. And boom, they know it. And they're smart. The people that hang out in there are fucking brilliant. And yeah.
We have a couple people in there that have been mechanics for over 40 years.
Yeah, these guys, you'll find people in there. You'll find people in there that are sitting at their desk at NASA and hanging out in here.
It's a guy that's in the
They probably just want me to say
Best
some
advice I've ever
things.
heard.
But they're everywhere, and they get involved and they help. Now here's the Studio C from above. You can see the sets. Now take a look over here. You've seen all the cameras and the production. This is post-production over here. This is where
I'm still
we do all
laughing
the
my ass off.
computer
So am I.
animation. We do all the editing. Everything happens here.
Wow.
Go down. This is probably the
I just think I want to fire them. Can I just jump through?
No!
Did I sign a waiver, Ben?
No, I'll land on you. Great. Anybody who wants to take the ladder down, come on. Anybody who doesn't, and we'll go back to the stairs.
I feel like this is probably the coolest thing.
I want one of these.
Screw it, I'm taking the stairs.
Model. There's also the galvanized model. All these parts are stainless steel, so it resists
Everything you see there, we produced ourselves.
water, moisture, cleaning products, stuff like that aren't going to mess it up. But where it gets really
look great in a
cool
tie.
is the wheels. You want the floor to be nice and even and properly mixed. So for us, because we have so many boxes to pull
We
from,
do the
we're actually
videos for
gonna
Armstrong
pull
flooring.
5 boxes at the same time. Armstrong laminate flooring interlocks with tongues and grooves on opposite sides of the boards. You'll work your way from left to right with your first row tongue side to the wall.
This really could only be 3 different creatures. You've got Anchisaurus, which I don't think this is because Anchisaurus was tiny and really lightly built. Have the angle between the neck and the back be sharper and give it a little bit of an S curve.
So you can buy this,
Yes.
put it on your network at home,
Yes.
and access this from any computer in your house. And
Yes.
can you serve it over the internet?
It'll be there's a connector that goes from that board to this board, and then this 3-pin connector right here.
Okay, so that's your serial port?
Yep.
And the lead seal is the only thing that holds fishbowl on it. So we'll take that off. There's our last fishbowl. Now you can see down in there, you can see our numbers, and there's the wheel. This is the part that spins around. I'll tilt this down so you can see it better.
That's a rapid prototyping lab. That's Studio C. Building those sets.
That sucked.
3D printing.
I didn't really know what it was to begin with, and I thought it was just an interesting thing to learn about, and it ended up being really cool.
It
This is
changed
stuff
a lot
we
of
did
our
for the right
misconceptions
place
that we
and
had.
getting
For
kids into
example,
manufacturing.
we might have thought that it could have been dirty or monotonous.
And we're going to do that all the way around the first turn of this coil.
Now keep in mind, our entire budget in a year is about $4 million.
Are equipped with specially crafted paint sprays.
That's for the whole
for
building.
utmost in quality control. Our 6-axis robots
And we're
can
doing
orient their
broadcast
fingers over
quality
20,000
video production,
positions,
and this is for
optimizing
YouTube.
color harmony and uniformity of paint transfer, even on complex geometry.
We did this just for shits and giggles. How high can you stack cheap stackable chairs?
30!
30. That was fun.
I worked on maintenance for Temple, and we used to use those chairs. We always used to try and stack them as high as we could. We could never go higher than 10.
We got 30. That's the big lightning machine.
I'm not saying that it looks totally perfect to me.
This is a demonstration of the computer innovation that we're capable of. That's Project Thumper. Cooper Robotics animated logo. Electronics.
Who did these?
We did. Jabroni and his team.
We have anywhere from 2 to a half dozen interns from Ferris and other programs in the area that contribute.
This is what our interns do here. They don't get caught. For Gill Industries. This is how the quarter crusher works. That's Thumper. That is so cool. Here's how G-code works. Break it down piece by piece. Exactly what's happening. Thread milling, which is a nightmare to learn. Everything broken down. You gotta see the video on that, it's awesome. This is just the animation for it. Doogie, go find Paul and get him to video. The video team's kind of pissed off because you're eating up their day off.
Okay.
He's here.
This video was made possible.
This is
through
the thread milling video.
Corporation.
Now you run a 5-axis machine for a living.
In helping encourage.
Imagine if you would have had this video to be able to study and 1,000 more just like it. What?
Good,
go.
Is car tooling in all of our workshops, videos, and hackerspaces around the globe.
Operating the CNC machines in this video risks personal injury and mechanical damage. Hazards may include electricity, untrained operation,
Thank you.
airborne toxins, flying debris and noise, fire
Get down and do the board mill video. The video team wants to kill you right now.
sharp tooling, projectiles, loose clothing, inadequate
House
clamping,
laughed their balls off.
automatic operation, automatic tool drifter, lack of enclosure.
Now you've all seen instructional videos, right?
Yeah.
They all have the blue background and the porn music and they suck. This is an instructional video for thread milling.
Hi there guys, I'm Chris Boden and welcome to the Geek Group. I'm here today with my very good buddy Iskar Rick.
Hi, how you doing?
Are you indicating?
I am indicating.
Okay. Today we're going to teach you the basics about thread milling. Now, thread milling is a really cool thing.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a minute and go through the code. And
Now
show
here's how you
what's
wish you
actually
had learned
happening.
G code.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so there's our program number, and we'll start out with
That's the
G90.
exact same code.
No, that's absolute.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we cancel.
91's incremental.
That's correct. G80 cancels any can cycles that might be there, but we're going to put it in G54. That's from the Department of Redundancy Department. They automatically do this in the hospice, but this is just old school in me.
Okay.
All right.
But that's G54 is your offset.
That's correct. Work offset.
Okay.
All right. Tool 1, obviously. Tool 1, M6, tool change.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you don't have one in it already,
It will put one into
tool
it, yes.
Okay.
All right, GO is rapid, GO spells go. And since we already picked up our G54 for a position, we're going to move to X0 and Y0. M3 spindle forward, and we're going to spin the spindle at 5,000 RPM. Okay? G43 says we're going to pick up a height offset. Which one are we picking up? We're picking up number 1.
Okay.
And where do you want to go with that? I want to go Z to 100 thousandths above the part,
Okay.
which I set in this height offset. Okay? All right, so then the part's going to be 500 thousandths, 550 thousandths deep. So we're going to feed, G1 means feed. We're going to go to Z minus 550 thousandths, and we're going to do that at 25 inches a minute.
Okay.
Okay? When we get to the bottom of the hole, now we jump to G91.
Okay.
G91 is an incremental move. So we're going to go X the positive direction, 294 thousandths, Y minus 294, and in the meantime, we're going to pick up cutter count, that's G41. All right, it's for wear or adjustment. In this case, it's adjustment.
Okay.
All right, and so we pick up G41, diameter offset number 1. All right, so now that we've picked up, we've moved off 294 thousandths in both directions. Now we're going to arc. We're going to 294 thousandths, and then Y 294 thousandths, and this is our arc, 294
So
thousandths.
it's a radius of 294.
That's correct. At this point here, this Z is actually 1/8 of the pitch. So the pitch divided by 8 is that number.
Okay.
That gives us a good ramp in.
So we're doing 11 threads per inch, and that's how
11.5 threads per inch.
Ah, okay.
All right, okay. Now we're going to do a G3 with an I minus 592 thousandths of 5/10.
Okay.
That's going to make a 360-degree arc. And this position is at 3 o'clock. We move to a 3 o'clock position. We're going to make a full arc. We're going to go counterclockwise all the way around the clock back to 3 o'clock.
Okay.
And we're going to move one pitch, one thread pitch. All right, now that we're back at that point, we're going to continue with a counterclockwise arc. We're going to go X in the minus direction, Y in the positive with another arc. And that also is 10 thousandths and 8/10. All right, so we did our arcs. We arced in, or arced out, and our Z that brings us out of it. Now we're going to go back to the center. So we're going to G1, since we're out of the G3's arc, we have to give it a G1 value. G40 cancels the cutter count. So on your way in, delete the, shut the cutter count off.
Okay.
We're going to go to X minus 294, Y minus 294. And if you were to follow all this through, everywhere we went, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, at this point here, we are back to our XY0.
Okay.
All right, so you got to remember where you were. Okay? All right, and then when we're done, we go GO, which is a rapid. G90 puts us back in absolute. And from that point there, jump up 4 inches, shut the spindle off, and the program.
Excellent.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That's how you taught that in school.
Huh? Beautifully
The way
threaded.
they teach, the way
All right,
they
you guys
teach
have fun.
G-coding
Thank you
in
for
school is
watching
just
the
awful.
Yeah.
They literally just give you like
I'm
a sheet
actually
of paper.
doing a manual G-coding lab right now. I have to make a case for an Arduino board.
Okay.
And one side of the case, we have to accommodate the little connectors and whatnot. But one side of the case, we can use solid cam, and we use SolidWorks actually. And we generate the G-code. And the other side of the case, we actually have to make our own manual G-code for that. So, and the way they taught that in my class was just not even close.
They don't really even teach it. They kind of
That
just
he rushed over it for maybe 5 minutes, and we had a quiz on it the next class period. And it
What
was,
we're doing is we have Haas as a sponsor. They've given us all the machines we could want. We've got a lathe, a mill, and a sheet router, so I have everything I need. I got a 5-axis mill, I got a big ST20Y lathe, which is the size of a minivan. And these are real production machines. They're not like little kid toy stuff.
They'll be here
Yeah,
October
on the
7th.
They arrive on the 7th. Iskar is giving us all the tools we can need. And Rick. And you've seen he knows his shit. This guy's forgotten more about making chips than any of us will ever know. He's a fucking genius. And Mastercam, who makes the absolute best CAD software on the planet, is hooking us up with all the software. So you put those three together, and a bunch of other sponsors like Mighty Byte and things like that, all kinds of different companies. What we're going to do is take the massive, you've seen the quality of our video production. we're going to make 500 videos just on CNC, just basics of G-code. 500 more videos on 3D printing, rapid prototyping, the software, stuff like that. 500 more videos just on CAD, CAM software, how to make toolpaths, everything you ever want to know about Mastercam. And that's just the first 3 series. If you watch these videos, you will know everything you could possibly need to know to do anything you can imagine in CAD, CAM. That's the idea. And they're free. There's no money for these videos. They go out on YouTube. So guys like you can use these videos to study for class. Your teacher can use these videos in teaching the class. We're setting the standard for all of automated manufacturing on Earth. And it's happening in this Ready Old YMCA building online.
Because I've driven by this building a lot, and I seen the robot out front. I was like, what the hell is that?
We get that a lot.
Yeah.
Now you need to tell all your friends about it, because what I want...
You do the car meets on Friday night and you will get so many fucking...
That's what I want to do.
Well, it's going to start out slow, but that's what we want to start out. Yep.
I need... We've been here for 3 years in this building.
Yeah.
We've been building this lab for 3 years, getting all the equipment, painting like crazy. And if you want to come and help on that, show up. Any day, doesn't matter, just show up. We're always looking for volunteers. But the next big step is we have to get this profitable. And I have a really difficult needle to thread. Because there's other maker spaces out there. There's another maker space in town. They charge $200 a month, and their entire facility fits in our main hall. They have one 3D printer, and that's about it. We're charging $40 a month. And that covers everything except really big machines and consumables. If you're using one of the big, like if you're using a 5-axis mill, you gotta pay $40 an hour. And that's only for cutting time. Yeah. How much does machine time cost in a real machine shop?
It's like $250 an hour for the 3-axis and like more than that for the 5-axis on
Yeah.
now. It's ridiculous.
$40 an hour.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And that's just cutter time.
Huh.
The way we get the price so cheap is by supporting that with a lot of members. We got a big building. The only way this works is at a large scale.
Yep.
This is everything you would find at Grand Valley. Giant robots, electronics lab, computer
Way
lab.
more than you think.
Yeah, for a lot of stuff. And there's no classes, there's no tuition, there's no drama, there's no bullshit. This is a place for nerds to hang out and play. And if you want to work on that robot at 3 o'clock in the morning, god damn it, I want you to be able to.
I want to make explosions.
You can do that too.
I like going through it.
The only reason it costs $40 a month is because I haven't figured out a way to do it and be able to keep the doors open at $20 a month. I want to make it accessible to everyone with a sincere, passionate
Do
desire.
you have a Facebook group?
Yes.
Okay, well we can get add.
Wow.
I have 1,300 people that I can get word out to. You have 1,000 people. Well, you don't have Facebook. You have 1,000 people. You have 1,000 people. That's the way to do it.
To make this work, to make this profitable, to make this sustainable, I need 1,500 guys just like you. I can do that at Grand Valley alone.
Yes.
We've got Grand Valley, Calvin,
Can you just hear a badass motherfucker? Did
What
you
about
pay your money?
No, but I will.
Oh, can you pay by the year?
You can pay.
You can pay by the year and it's actually cheaper.
It's $1 a day.
Yeah.
Can I just give you $1 a day?
No.
Well, I'd like to do
I ain't
that.
got money like that.
Unfortunately, I don't have the funds.
Call Grand Valley and
I
ask for my
have to
tuition
call my
back.
$100 for 3 months. Let's just say now.
My last tuition payment would give me membership for like.
I don't know. I think I'll do the monthly right now.
Hang on for a little bit. Mr. Kimball was in earlier. We were getting our all of our activities out.
Do I have to read?
We're having some fun with
To
that.
those.
Fantastic video of that coming pretty shortly.
Okay, great.
Then we decided to play around and may or may not have said
Oh!
we're not
Use the promo code STUDENT2012 for that's 2013. I am a student, however.
Okay, we love you.
Yes. Where's the bar? Huh? Where's the bar?
I don't like this idea, and I
Well,
don't
we don't have an alcohol license.
I'm
So we
responsible.
don't have that kind of bar yet.
Yeah.
I want to pay extra for a couple things. Next.
Oh, another client.
See, this is our eliminating the abject stupid. It's like you took a test. Ah, my battery's dead.
Oh no, I'm still making my decisions.
Adult supervision. I don't want that.
That's what this is a daycare center.
Okay, what's the next button?
Did you pass?
You got the questions wrong, you didn't pass.
Did you get it wrong?
Yeah.
What did it say?
It says, we're sorry, but it looks like you answered some of the questions wrong. Please try again.
You have to read it. Words mean things.
That's why we're engineers.
Okay, here's the deal. Stop watching me, stop watching me, stop watching me. Let me do this.
Let me do it.
It wasn't in lettering, so he couldn't.
No, he has to take his own test.
Get out of here.
You'll get to take it too, don't worry.
Can I help him cheat, or is that cheating?
That would be cheating.
Let's just play with these things.
Everybody's interested in those.
Why would they have to spin?
Okay, fine.
It's upside down.
This one's fun, actually.
Oh, if you get the.
Well, first off, we have a magnet. This.
How in the hell do you fail something like this? That's what I want to know.
Because he's being a smartass.
Because you guys were watching.
If I have a really, really powerful magnet, we'll just pull all of it right.
Pretty much.
What are you doing here? Completely destroying it.
So you'll see this in high-end speakers and suspension as well, where they use magnetism to control.
Mercedes is famous for that.
So this is, you can actually see the magnetic field and how it changes.
My brother did a similar experience back here with baby oil and steel wool. Really very good steel wool.
You also need that too.
Yeah, some of the cool stuff that we have here.
Not hit it with the press it like Gary.
That's why I got it wrong.
What?
But I wanted to use the CNC today.
Yeah. For you, you probably can, but you still got to get checked out.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Do I need $1? No, those are here. Where are sticks? You mean keep? Oh. Where are the pool brackets? Mine. I really could probably just write my ticket. Because physical energy is less expensive than humans.
Why not paying for food?
No, I'm not. I have a meal plan.
You're still paying well. I guess you guys paying for it.
You don't have a camera, a live camera on the pool table, do you?
Not yet.
Okay, good, because I'm not very good at pool.
Okay. There will be. It'll be that camera right up there. You can see it. Right here. That camera will be on the pool table. But it's not hooked up yet. You can see there's no wires on it.
The sun is super,
Oh, okay.
even though I don't know super.
So you're not very good at pool?
I am.
You got any money?
You're just gonna hustle.
I would never hustle him.
Right.
I am sweetness and love. But I suck at pool too, so we're fairly matched. And
See, now that sounds like hustle.
no, I would never do that.
That's not cool.
Okay, we can make it fair. We'll play cards.
Okay.
What do you want to play?
Well, since you seem like you'd probably be good at blackjack, you want to play blackjack?
We can do that.
You seem like you might be good at count cards.
A little?
Okay. So, do you want to go to the casino?
No. That would be bad.
Did you get kicked out of the casino?
No, but that's because I've never been. Yay!
I mean, I could use PayPal, but I don't want to.
No, she has allergy drugs for jabroni. Thank you. Just put it in your pocket. I have a bit of a scone in my pocket. I'm gonna eat my scone.
Why
We'll
do
be
we
back.
build awesome? It's not because we like showing off, though we do, and it's not because when science says, here's how the world works, we answer, great, now watch us bend it to our fucking will, though we definitely do that. No, we build awesome because we want to share the exhilaration we feel when we prove nature wrong, when we make something that shouldn't happen, or that can't happen, or that can happen but not whenever we please happen, goddammit. We want to spread the ability to take what the world gives you and turn it into something unexpected. We want to get people who would ordinarily be just bored or disinterested in math, science, and engineering to feel that spark, and we'll use irresponsibly loud noises and automaton-made handcrafts and musical fire and death rays and tiny stars and giant Newton's cradles and lightning machines and motherfucking robots to do it, because we can! You might not have the resources we do, but you can still get the people in your life excited about science. You want a tangible, recognizable, and it's worth mentioning easy-to-transport example of how humans can dictate the way our world works? Done. Solved. Shrunken coins. For instance, we take a US $quarter, coil copper wire around it, load it into our high-energy physics laboratory's impulse generator, and for just an instant dump frankly insane current through that coil, producing such powerful magnetic fields that the quarter compresses in on itself to the size of a dime, yet retains all of its surface features. And it comes in an educational packet explaining the science behind it. Not that you'll need that, since you'll want to carry that thunderbolt in your pocket. Available at thegeekgroup.org, now for only $10.